Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, my lovely students. Today, inshallah, I will teach you Super Goal 6 for the third intermediate grade in the second semester. So today, inshallah, we will take a conversation. As you can see, conversation. We have a Adil and Faisal, two characters. We have here some blue phrases. As you can see, three blue phrases. We have here 4 or 5 questions. We have here planes, as you can see, and as I think they are air show. Okay, look what do we have here. Saudi Hawks performing. Okay, so it is Saudi performing. Okay, my lovely students, now I will turn on the audio for this conversation. So I want you to listen and follow. Are you ready? Very good. So let's start.
Page 53. 8. Conversation.
What are you doing on the weekend?
My plans are still up in the air. Sometimes there's nothing interesting to do, but this weekend I have 3 good choices. I don't know which one to do.
What are the 3 things? I might be able to help you make up your mind.
Okay. First, Fahd has just graduated from college, and he's invited me to dinner. If I don't go to Fahd's graduation, he's going to be very hurt. I'm one of his closest friends, you know. Second, Khalid invited me to spend the weekend at his family's house at the beach. Third, the Dubai Air Show is taking place, and Tarek asked me to go with him this weekend.
What's your preference?
I'd much rather go to the air show. If I don't go this weekend, I may not get another chance to see it.
It seems to me you should do what you feel like doing. If you go to the air show, explain to Fahd and Khalid why you're going. I'm sure they'll understand.
Okay, my lovely students. So, as you can see here, Faisal, he has many plans. So, he doesn't know which one he will take, but he prefers to go to the air show. Okay, look what do we have here. Up in the air, it means undecided. Okay, if you are undecided, if you are not sure, so you can use this phrase. Make up your mind. It means decide. Okay, if you want to decide, if you want to take your let's say your choice, so you can use this phrase. It seems to me, a way to introduce an opinion. So if you want to introduce an opinion, if you want to start a topic or your opinion, you can use this phrase. Then what are Faisal plans for this weekend? Faisal plans are not certain, so as we can see here, he has 3 plans. As we can see here, the first, Fahad has just graduated from college, and second, Khalid invites me to spend the weekend at his family's house at the beach. Third, the air show is taking place, and Tariq asked me to go with him this weekend. What are his choices? Okay, his choices are to go to Fahad's graduation dinner, to spend the weekend at Khalid's family house at the beach, and to go to the air show with Taro. What will happen if he doesn't go to Fahad's graduation? Fahad will hurt, as you can see here. So Fahad's graduation, he's going to be very hurt, so very sad. What will he regret if he doesn't go to the air show? Because he may not get another chance to see it, as you can see here. Okay, my lovely students, let's now move to the second page here. After that, we will take a reading, as you can see here in front of you. Okay, look what we have here. The right choice. We have here some paragraphs. The first paragraph, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth. So we have 8 paragraphs, as you can see here. Look what do we have here. We have here hand. Okay, the right choice. So we have here story, as you can see, and this story is talking about the right choice. Okay, my lovely students, now I will turn on the audio for this story, or for this passage. I want you to listen and follow. Are you ready? Very good. So let's start.
Page 54. 9. Reading.
The right choice. The story goes that in the 15th century, a tiny village near Nuremberg, Germany, lived a family with 18 children. In order to keep food on the table for his large family, the father, a goldsmith by profession, worked almost 18 hours a day. Despite their hopeless situation, two of the Durer's elder children had a dream. They both wanted to pursue their talent for art, but they knew full well that their father could never afford to send either of them to Nuremberg to study at the academy. After many long discussions, the two boys finally worked out a pact. Albert said, "I'll go down in the mines. With my earnings, I'll support you while you attend the academy for 4 years. When you complete your studies, you'll support me, either with the sales of your artwork or, if necessary, also by working in the mines." His brother Albrecht agreed and went off to Nuremberg to study art at the academy. Meanwhile, Albert went down into the dangerous mines and, for the next 4 years, financed his brother, whose work at the academy was almost an immediate sensation. Albrecht's etchings, his woodcuts, and his oils were far better than those of most of his professors, and by the time he graduated, he was beginning to earn high fees for his works. When the young artist returned to his village, the Durer family held a festive dinner to celebrate Albrecht's triumphant homecoming. After a long and memorable meal, Albrecht rose at the head of the table to thank his beloved brother for the years of support that had allowed Albrecht to fulfill his ambition. His closing words were, "And now, Albert, blessed brother of mine, it is your turn. Now you can go to Nuremberg to pursue your dream, and I will take care of you." All heads turned to the far end of the table where Albert sat, tears streaming down his pale face, shaking his lowered head from side to side while he sobbed and repeated over and over, "No, no, no, no." Finally, Albert rose, wiped the tears from his cheeks, and said, "No, brother, I cannot go to Nuremberg. It is too late for me. Look what 4 years in the mines have done to my hands. The bones in every finger have been smashed, and lately I have been suffering from arthritis so badly in my right hand that I cannot make delicate lines on parchment or canvas with a pen or a brush. No, brother, for me, it is too late." In order to show his gratitude to Albert, Albrecht Dürer drew his brother's abused hands with palms together and thin fingers stretched skyward. He called his powerful drawing simply "hands," and the entire world almost immediately opened their hearts to his great masterpiece. Note: Albrecht Dürer is a famous artist, but there is no historical confirmation for this inspiring story, which appears to have been recently invented.
Okay, my lovely student, it is interesting story, right? I like it so much. So look, what do we have here after that? Okay, look, after reading, explain the following expressions in your own idea, on your own words. Could not offer. It means didn't have enough money, okay? To work out a pact to reach an agreement, okay? If you want to say, or if you want to agree with something with someone, you can use this. To fulfill his ambition to do what he wants to do with his life, okay? Then look, what do we have here? Answer true or false. Number 1, the father worked very hard as a tailor in order to support his family. No, he worked as you can see here, as a goldsmith, okay? Very good. Let's now see here number 2. The two boys were talent and want to become artists. Yes, so they have, as we can see, he has 18, not 18, yeah, 18 children, and he has two of those older children had a dream. They want to be talent for art, as you can see. So they want to be artists. Number three, the father didn't have enough money to send his sons to the academy. Yes, he is very poor. One of the brother would stay at home while the one he went. Yeah, very good, excellent. One of them will stay at home, and the second one he will go to the academy, and he becomes, as you can see, a famous artist. Number five, by the time he graduated, artist works very already known. Yes, as I said before, Albert come back home to fulfill his part of the deal. Yes, his brother Albert couldn't go to the academy because he had broken fingers. No, actually no, but it is too late for him, as he said. It is too late for me. Look what 4 years in the mines, as you can see here. So Albert drew his brother's hands to express his gratitude. Yes, as we read in the last paragraph. And then after that, look what do we have here. As you can see, my lovely students, we have here a writing. Look what we have here. Read the article about making choices. Circle the gerund. Okay, what does gerund mean? Gerund, it means if we have a verb with ing. Okay, verb plus ing. This is gerund. This is gerund. Okay, gerund, it means verb with ing. If we have a verb, okay, if we have a verb plus ing, this is gerund. This is gerund. Okay, let's now read, and we will circle the gerund that we will face. Making choices. We have here making, as you can see. Your life is a result of choices you make. Some everyday choices are simply and usually have very little impact on your life, while others can have serious consequences on your future. Deciding, we have here deciding, as you can see, ing, gerund. What to do, where, or what to eat for lunch, for example. It is usually of very little consequences if you choose not to wear a jacket or on a cold day. The worst thing that can happen is that you may come down with a cold or a few days. Choosing, as we can hear, it's a gerund. Not to study for a test, however, could have a serious could have more serious consequences. If you don't study, you will probably get a low grade or fail the tests. Yet sometimes making, look here, making, also we have here making bad choices like these can be you learn to make a good ones on the future. The next time it is called, you can consider wearing, we have here wearing also a jacket, and the next time you will have a test, you will study hard so that you will not end up falling. As we can see, it's a gerund, we have an ing. But life also has more important choices to make, such as deciding on a career to follow or which university to attend. Making decision like this is often difficult, so it is important to think about them carefully. One way to do it is this to make a list of positive and negative aspects before deciding. After comparing, as we can see, after comparing them, the right choice may be seen clear. Another thing you can do is ask someone that you trust for advice. An older member of family or teacher who has made more life experience will be able to guide you in the right direction. Remember that you are responsible for making choices whether they are good or bad. If you realize that a choice you have made is wrong, then it is up to you to decide how to make it right. Look, what do we have here? We have here writing corner. We have 3 points. Gerund are gerund phrases can act as a subject. So we can use gerund or gerund as a subject at the beginning of the sentence, as you can see at the beginning as a subject. Number 2, look, let's read the example. Gerund what to wear, for example, is usually very little consequences. Number 2, gerund and gerund phrases can act as a direct object of a verb. Also, we can use it as a object of the verb. It means at the end, as you can see here, wearing a jacket. The next time it is called, you will consider wearing jacket. Number 3, gerunds can act as an object of propositions. What does that mean? It means before, after. We can use it with them. For example, make a list of positive and negative as before. So after before, we have here a gerund. After before, after, for, of, without, and so on. As you can see here, deciding. Okay, my lovely students, let's now move to the second page, as you can see here. Okay, then we have here, as you can see, form, meaning, and function. Okay, look, what do we have here? Conditional sentence in imaginary situation. You can use conditional sentence to talk about imaginary or hypothetical situation. As you can see, in the present, you use simple past in the if clause and would like in the main clause. So with the if clause, we use simple, as we know, as I told you before. So with if, we use simple past, as you can see. For example, if they built, okay, as you can see here, look, what do we have here? If they built a new highway, we have here if, so this is a simple past. If they built a new highway, the second sentence we will use would. The farmers would protest. The second sentence, look, what do we have here in the second sentence? As you can see, if I was or were rich, this is the first sentence. I wouldn't have to walk. This is the second sentence. I wouldn't have to walk. Very good. Then look, what do we have here? The constructions of would is, so these are the short form. We can say I would, you would, he would, she would, we would, they would. This is a short form. Look here. They would. So this is a long form. This is a short form. Be happy if they had a time to take a vacation. Then after that, we will learn how to use which. Use which plus the simple past for things you want to happen in the present, but properly will not. As you can see, we use which for, let's say, if you want to something happen, okay, if you want to do something, or if you want to this something happen in the future. Okay, look, what do we have here? They don't have much time. They wish they had more time, as you can see here. Number 2, I have to study today. So I wish I didn't have to study today. Faisal isn't rich, so Faisal wishes he was or were rich. I can't speak French. I wish I could speak French. Okay, my lovely students, look, what we have here. Match the sentence with the parts. We have here, as you can see, 6 sentences. If my family had to move to another city, it will be D. I would, look here, I would miss my friends. Okay, so we have here if. We have here simple past, so we will say here I would, so would miss my friends. If everyone cared of the environment, so we have here if, so it will be simple, so we will use if. So as you can see here, okay, it will be what if, yeah, they would, as you can see here, they would they would less pollution. Number 3, if he had more work experience, it will be E. They had apply for a job, so we have would. This is would. If people took the bus more often, so there would be less traffic. If he had walked out of the gym every day, he would be a good shape. If I could travel anywhere in the world will be C, I would visit New Zealand. Okay, my love.